Hi everyone, so I've just finished videoing Kaya's birth story. We're gonna do Carter's birth story now. There's more detail in this one because this was only recent. Kaya's was 5 years ago nearly. But I was due Carter on the 11th of July 2019. I went 3 days over and he was born on the 14th of July 2019. I went for my doctor's appointment on the 12th of July and they gave me a sweep and told me that they were booking me in for the 14th of July to be induced. And my sister's birthday is the 13th of July, so I didn't mind being induced then on the 14th. So I knew when I got my sweep that could put you into labour, and I didn't want to go into labour on my sister's birthday. I didn't want them to share a birthday, so I didn't go out on the 12th. I walked home from the hospital and I went home and I stayed in bed all day. All day I didn't do anything. And the next day it was my sister's birthday and I went into town with my ma to get her a present and a card. We went walking. We went in town about 10 o'clock. Walked around the whole of town. My ma done all of our shopping. We went into Penny's first. Then we went into New Look. Then we went into McDonald's, had something to eat. And I started getting contractions when we got into McDonald's, and I said to my ma, I don't feel good. And my ma was like, what do you mean? I was like, no, I have contractions, I can't even eat this McDonald's, ma, come on, I have to go. And she was like, oh, shut up you tick, and I was like, no ma, please, I can't, I'm in bits. And she was like, come on Charlie, she knew straight away. She said to me the next day, I seen your pregnancy mask that morning, that's why we went on that walk. I was like, are you for real? But yeah, I was like, no, come on man. I couldn't even sit down. We were in the one on Jervis Street, and you know the table with the iPads on it, we were sitting there and I couldn't even sit down. I kept having to stand up because I felt like I was going poo, so I kept having to stand up and walk around. And I was like, oh come on, you exaggerating. She knew. She just wanted me to keep walking and she didn't want me to go to the hospital too early. So we walked then to Dunn's and my ma done the shop, and I was wheeling the trolley around Dunn's and my ma was holding Kaya's hand. Yay! Yeah. So my ma was holding Kaya's hand. I was up down 3 times. And I said to her, I can't wheel this trolley anymore, ma, we have to go. And she's like, just a few more minutes. So we finished our shopping and she put all of our shopping into Kaya's pram, and I was holding 2 bags and she was holding 2 bags and pushing the pram, and I was trying to get Kaya. Crippled in contractions. It was about 4 o'clock then, 4:30, whatever. And I said to her, I really have to go to hospital, I'm not messing. So she's like, right, come on, we go home. She knew herself then because I was actually getting contractions from about 2 o'clock. So I texted Locke and I was like, we have to go to the hospital now. Come on, get ready, meet me there. I'm going home having a shower. So I went home and I had a shower. Yeah, we got home, we got into the taxi and the woman was like, is she alright? And I was like, she's grand, don't mind her, she's pregnant or whatever. She's just getting her contractions, we think today is the day. And the woman rushed us home, flew us home in the taxi. So I got out of the taxi. I left him out with all the shopping. I left out Kai. I ran into the house, up the stairs, into the shower, just stripped off into the shower, and the water running on my back was easing and I got a contraction. I was down in the shower on all 4s and I was like, Jerry, help. So Jerry came and she had to help me out of the shower, and I went into my room and I was lying on the bed because they were getting worse, and I was timing them then. And I didn't want to go in too early and them right, go home. So I was timing them then and they were 4 and 5 minutes apart. I said, I have to go, because it came up on the app. It comes up I think it's time to go to the hospital, get your bags ready or whatever. So that popped up on my phone. I was like, right, I have to go. So Jerry painted my toenails for me. I got into my pyjamas. I done French plaits into my hair and I got a taxi. And I'm in the back of this taxi and I have bad contractions, and the man's talking to me about the day. He's like, so how was your day, love? And I'm like, in the back of the taxi, didn't want them to think I was a freak, but I was just like, But he knew I was going to kill me. He could see that I was pregnant, so like I think he was just trying to distract me from my contractions. So I got to the hospital and Lorcan still wasn't there, and I seen my ma's friend there, and she was like, "Oh, you alright? Like, what are you doing?" I was like, I'm in labour, like I think I'm in labour. So I went in, I got me chart and everything, and I walked back out and Lorcan was there. So we went straight up to the assessment unit, and she brought me in, put me on a trace, and when she examined me and she's like, "You're only 2, so we can't put you into the labour ward until you're 3." And I was like, alright. So she puts a cannula and everything into your hand, or into my hand, and I was lying in the ward and I kept falling in and out of sleep, like, and every time a contraction would come I was like screaming and crying. I was screaming, "Just give me pain relief, please just give me pain relief." And Malcolm was like, it's alright, like calm down. He was rubbing me back and holding my hand and trying to reassure me, and Carter wasn't moving, so the woman was like, "We have to give you water." So I was trying to drink loads of water. The contractions were very intense. Carter wasn't moving. I'm drinking freezing cold water with contractions, like, and she left me, and it was about half an hour. Like, I was getting contractions, but then it was about half an hour later and I got bad contractions then, and I started screaming. I was like, "I need pain relief." So she examined me again, and I was 4 centimeters. She was like, "Lovely, we'll get you into the room." So I went, she set me outside on a ball. She set me there for a few minutes and then put me into the ward then when it was ready for me. I'll never forget my midwife's name, and her name was Darry. I loved her so much. And then there was this woman who, you know, there's 2 midwives always, and I didn't even get her name. I didn't like her. She just annoyed me. She had bright red lipstick and everything on her, and I just didn't get a nice vibe off her, like. Then, and they examined me again, and I was 6 centimeters, and it was about 8:30, 9 o'clock at this time. So I was thinking, "Oh Jesus, I'm gonna like be here for hours," and because of what happened on Kai. And so she put me down. I was sitting on the ball actually, and I was on the gas in there, and the gas in there makes you vomit. So I was sitting on my ball doing my gas in there, and the midwife was at the leave, and it was just me and Lorcan, and I started hallucinating, and there was like little relaxing music on. There was like little relaxing music on the radio, but the gas in there was making me ill in my head. So I was like, thinking I was in a rave, and I was like, is this what, because I never took drugs in my life, and I was like, is this what people feel like when they're on drugs? And I wanted to say that to Lorcan, but like I just thought it was a bit inappropriate because of the nurse was there. So she left, and I was on the ball, taking the gas in there, and I started vomiting. Like, I started to Lorcan, "Help me, I'm gonna get sick." So Lorcan was looking for the little bowls to put under their chin, but it was too late. I started vomiting everywhere, and Lorcan was pressing the buzzer, and the nurse came in, and there was vomit everywhere, all over me, I had sliders on. And it would look like mushy peas, and I was saying to her, "I don't even eat mushy peas. I don't even like mushy peas. Like, I would like a sick mushy peas. I'm just eating a McDonald's." I was just so funny. So we were still in, like, still getting contractions, whatever. I was never put on a drip in labour on Carter. But then my contractions started getting intense, and I had to sit up on the bed. But on my gas, and I was looking at Lorcan, and I was like, "What are you laughing at?" Like, he wasn't even laughing, but I'm there like, "What are you laughing at?" Because they're out of heads, I don't know. Lying on the bed then, and I had to lie on my left side because, again, the contractions was in my left side. I don't know what happens to me. But the contractions was in my left side. So when I lay on my left side, it was better for me. So I lay on my left side with my leg in the air, with my right leg in the air. Yeah, and then I said, like, "I need the epidural. She's like, "Your baby's too high up, like, we can't give you the epidural, we can't break your waters, because if we break your waters, your cord will come out, and that's too dangerous for a baby." Like, so they couldn't give me the epidural until he came down. And I'm screaming like, "I need the epidural. I want the epidural. Sorry about this." Carter's in the background playing with toys. I was like, "I need the epidural, please. Like, I want the epidural." And my sister told me about the ring of fire, like I'm not doing it, because I was after getting the epidural on Kai. And she's like, yeah, like in a minute, we can get it in a minute, just we'll see how you go. I was getting 7-8 centimetres. I was like, I need this epidural. I need the epidural. It was about 11:30, 12 o'clock. I was like, I need the epidural. Give me the epidural. Like, I'm not giving birth without this. I'm telling you, I'm not giving birth. And Lachlan was like, shut up. She said she's going to get you the epidural, and I looked at him and I just started screaming. I was like, she's not going to get me that. She's going to make me give birth without this epidural. And so she did. Yeah, she made me give birth without the epidural. I said to her, I need to push. And she said to me, no, love, you're only 8 centimetres. I was like, no, I need to push. I really, really need to push. So she checked me again, and I was 10. I was 10 centimetres straight away. So 1 o'clock I turned 8 centimetres, and 1:02 I turned 10 centimetres. And I said, do I need to push? She's like, alright then, go, you go with your body, you push. So I pushed, and I felt like clicking, like bones smacking off each other. That's what I felt. And I said, oh, he's at the breaking, like he's at the bus. And she was like, what? It's like he's at the pop, and I felt the bones smacking. And she said, oh, like that's alright, just do what you want. That means he's engaged. So like my whole pregnancy he wasn't engaged, he was only head down, so he was at to engage himself. Then again, like 1 minute later, I pushed and like I felt something come out, and I was like, oh, his head is out. And Lachlan's like, that's not his head. And I was like, what is it? And she was like, that's your sack of waters, because my waters never busted when I was in labour. So I was 10 centimetres at the pushing, and I pushed my sack of waters out, and it was burning, like stinging me, because it was stretching me, and it was coming out of me, like, and it was burning me. I said to her, pop it, and she's like, no, we can't pop it. I said, pop it, it's hurting, I want to push him out. So she popped it, and I pushed, and he came, like I wasn't stopping. She said to me, push, and his head will come out, and then wait a few minutes, and then push, and the rest of it will come out. So I pushed, and his head came out, and she said to me, give yourself a break. I said, no, push him straight out. No, I wasn't waiting around, waiting for more pain and all that, no more contractions, no. So he came out, he flew out. He was born at 1:08, and I got to 10 centimetres at 1:02. I was only in labour for 3 hours and 53 minutes, 2 hours 53 minutes on him. I was in labour for 11 hours and 28 minutes on Kai. So that was the difference, like, and I was induced on Kai, and I gave natural birth to Carter. Like, I went naturally. I gave birth to them both. Carter came out 9 pounds. I had no epidural, and I got no stitches, just gas and air, like. And if I was to ever have another baby, I'm telling you, I wouldn't get an epidural. I gave birth to him, and about 20 minutes later, I was up in the shower, showering, like, dressed and all. I was home the next day. I got out the next day after having the cat. Or the next day, that day, he was born at 1:08 in the morning, and I got out at 3 o'clock that day. Same day, like 14th of July. I was out home, like, wherever. Do you know what I mean? I'd give birth every day. Every day I'd give birth. I love giving birth. I love the feeling of the excitement going into the hospital, and just knowing you're going to come home with a baby, like, it's so great. I'd give birth every day. The first thing that Lachlan said to me when Carter was born was, oh, the size of his ears. But I think that is so crazy, because Carter's deaf, like, and you never compliment a baby's ears when they're born, like, not even compliment, pass a remark on them, like, you'd always say something about them, or like, he's beautiful or whatever. And Lachlan's like, size of his ears. But then I think it's, like, now when I think back on it, I think it's mad, because he's deaf. But I'm going to insert loads of pictures of him, and I'll answer a few questions in another video. I said on the end of Kai's video that I was going to put a question box up on my Instagram, and you could just pop your questions in there, and I'll do a whole Q&A video on pregnancy on Kai and Carter. So I just said I'd do 2 separate videos, because you wanted to see the differences, so I wanted just to hear both stories and you see the differences. The second labour does go quicker than the first, that's right. So much more to it, you can't remember until you actually think into it. Don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, I have a big video coming out on Monday. Like, I'm not even bragging, it's a big video on Monday that's coming. So subscribe and turn notifications on, and you will get, as soon as it's uploaded, you'll get a notification to say that it's up. Give the video a big thumbs up. Sure, whatever you want to do, just enjoy all my videos that I'm posting. I hope you are anyway, and I'm not boring the head off all of us. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with more videos.